you know what it was? I'm a little bit bored of Las Americas, Los Cristianos. It's weird, isn't it? Because that's holidaymakers' dreams to go there. I just fancied seeing somewhere different. So what I thought I'd do today is come out of the house and turn left rather than turn right, and head towards Los Gigantes. And the first village you come across is this one here. It's called Playa San Juan, and it's beautiful, man. I don't think you can get any more Canarian than this. If you're looking for that Canarian getaway, then it's definitely worth a trip out. There's a little harbour area on that side. You can see the little harbour area over here, but then you go that side, there's quite a lot bigger beach going over that way as well. And it's all quite secluded in on the harbour, so you're not really getting much waves or much current, most probably coming from it. This is a weird one. This is 2 days ago, or no, yesterday, Shelley said to me, why don't you go and do a vlog? And I'm like, well, I don't do a vlog for the sake of vlogging. I've got nothing to talk about, so I'm not going to do one. And then within 24 hours, I was waking up this morning and I'm like, I couldn't wait to get out to get videoing, which is just, it's bizarre really when you think about it. And the reason being is what's been happening over the last couple of weeks is I've not really had the best of times over the last couple of weeks, right? Now I've said that, some people out there are going to go, oh, here we go, here's the mental health one, here's the mental health vlog, everybody jumps on this bandwagon eventually and this is what they talk about. I'm not talking about that, okay? It is a little bit of mental health. It's not the poor me, this is the this is the mental health vlog. It's not that at all. What it is I think I need to go back to the beginning on this. Do I go back to the beginning? It's last night. Shelley was working 2 doors up from me, and she finished at the same time as the act in my bar goes on, which means I'm free for an hour. And she says to us, she goes, do you want to have a drink? Just in the bar 2 doors down, it's a quiet bar, we can just sit and have a quiet drink. And we did. And while we were sat there, I just said to her, I said, do you know what it is? I've not felt myself for a couple of weeks now. And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, the thing about it is, I feel like I don't have all my ducks in a row. And I find that's quite an important thing for me, to actually have my ducks in a row. It gives me a sense of comfort, it gives me a sense of direction, it gives me a sense of discipline. And I just feel that my ducks aren't all in a row at the moment, and that just puts me a little bit, it puts me a little bit off kilter. And that's really what I was trying to explain to her. And she said to me, to be honest with you, Rick, I've noticed in the last couple of weeks you've been a little bit different. And it's like, yeah, it's most probably that. The thing about it, and the reason why I wanted to talk about it, is not just to do the mental health thing. It's just, no, I've jumped in the gun again. I think what it is some of the ducks that I'll tell you about. First one's first, is I'm missing my youngest daughter tremendously at the moment. Alice, she came over in July and she's gone back now, and it's August, September, so it's been a few months, and I'm missing her like mad. I don't know what it is, the guilt trip, or the, I've not seen her, or not, we make the effort, we talk all the time. We talk over FaceTime, we talk, WhatsApp videos, but the actual fact of physically seeing her and, being there for her, that's been giving me a massive guilt trip at the moment for some reason. And I was really struggling with it. And to the point where I'm like, I need to speak to you, Alice. I need to see you. I need to speak to you just to make sure you're okay. Now, the truth is with Alice is a true gamer. If you've got a gamer at your house, a computer gamer, you'll completely understand this. There's a new game that's just come out, or just been out recently, called Baldur's Gate, and it's going to be game of the year. Apparently, Alice is telling me all about it. The thing with Alice is that since she's got this game, she's actually played about 300 hours on this game. And that's over 10 days she's been playing on this game. So in essence, if I'd have turned up to see her, within 15-20 minutes, my mental anguish would have been calmed within 15 minutes. And then for the next week, if I'm there in the UK, I'd have been bored to death because I'd never see her. She'd be out playing this game. But it still doesn't take away the fact that I miss her. And, I want to see her, to the point where, okay, that's the first duck that's out of line. Second duck that's out of line, Rolo. He's hitting 3 years of age. He's starting to do stuff that I'm not happy with. In essence, stuff that he always used to toe the line with. Now he's actually trying to test his boundaries. Not being aggressive to us, but he's just being, you can just tell it's like juvenile, adolescence. And to a point where I go, okay, you're losing your privileges now. I can't trust you off this lead too much. I can't trust you doing this. I can't trust you doing that. There is a saying that it's never the dog's fault, it's always the owner's. So if ever anything went wrong, I'd always blame myself. And obviously I don't want to do that, so I'm trying to overcome that by taking away some privileges. But it's like, you're going, well, where's the dog that I've had and that I've trained for the last couple of years? So in essence, it's a work in progress, but it's still, nonetheless, it's still, for me, another duck out, out the row. Just a little bit off kilter. Work. I've been away for 4 days, felt like a lifetime being away. I'm not really used to not having that discipline. I did a previous vlog about I don't know how to holiday. Somebody said I was talking a load of crap, by the way, but I wasn't talking a load of crap, it's genuine feel. Coming back into work is just feeling a little bit alien at the moment, a little bit different, because I've only been back a couple of days, and I've just got to get myself back into that as well. But that was another duck that was just a little bit off kilter for me, out of the row. And there's all these little things, just niggly little things that just don't seem to want to work, or don't seem to work together, and it just makes it a little bit more, I don't know, it just gives me a feeling, and whether the feeling is insecurity, anxiousness, I don't know what it is, but the fact of the matter is it's there. And then we come last night, and I'm in the bar. I'm trying to stand here, worried about I'm going to fall in. I can see rocks below. And I told Shelley, and to be honest with you, that was the first part, or the start, of looking at it, rather than just pushing stuff away, addressing it, and going, right, okay, I'm going to do something about this. The reason why I wanted to do this vlog, right, is not because of the mental health side of it, not from my mental health side of it. I don't believe, I always said to you guys before, I feel like a fraud, that if I talk about mental health, because I've never had really mental health issues of depression or anxiety and what some people go through in life. Never really even looked at it for up until the breakup of the marriage. But the reason why I wanted to tell this vlog is because if you guys have watched the main channel, and you see the tits and teeth on the main channel. Hi, how are you? Happy to Tenerife. And I mean, Jesus Christ, look where we live, man. It's amazing. And you see that. And then some people who may be a little bit down, a little bit depressed, maybe a little bit anxious, and they look at that and they go, do you know what it is? He's so lucky, I want that. I wanted to do this vlog to show those people that everybody, every day, including myself, has these day-to-day struggles, day-to-day lack of confidence, sometimes moments that affect me on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, on a day-to-day basis, I've got to go to work. I'll rephrase that. On a day-to-day basis, I get to go to work with a happy, smiley face and put a smile on people's faces. But the actual fact of building myself up to get into that position at this moment in time is taking longer, because these ducks are just not in the right row at the moment, and just a little bit off kilter. And that's really the reason why I got up this morning and I wanted to make this vlog, was just to explain it. The amount of people who come up to me and who I don't know and just come up to me and say, Rick, I can't tell you how much the Just Rick channel helps. And I don't know that. I don't know this, but I take great pride in it now. I've come to accept it. It's a horrible word. I've come to take great pride in that fact that people have an effect. It has an effect with people's lives. And if I can help in any way, I'd love to. I'd like to help. I am nowhere near qualified to talk about this. I am. It's just all my own words. There's no qualification basis behind this, fundamental basis behind this. It is just all my own words. And if those own words will help in any way, somebody, one person, then that's fantastic. Let me just see if I've not lost this stuff. Let's see. Christ almighty, I can talk for 10 minutes without even breathing in. So, because the ducks aren't in a row, the question then is what do you do about it? And that's the important thing for me. And once I told Shelley about it last night, and first of all, I told her, and whether I tell somebody or not is irrelevant, but the first things first is, I acknowledged it to myself. I acknowledged it. I went, this is not right. I need to do something about this. And then what I've got to do, and this might help, is you've got to address every single duck, every single problem, every single scenario, and then say, right, okay, what we're going to do about it. First things first, we're going to start looking at flights for me to go back to the UK, most probably in the next month or so. It might happen, it might not happen, but at least I'm going to do something about it. The actual first things first for me was I got up this morning and came out on the bike. I got out, whether I went for a walk, whether I go on the bike ride, I went up and turned left, and I had 15 minutes of absolute freedom on the bike, and it was just amazing. It just lifts so much, just getting outside and getting moving, and that's what I can suggest. So for me, number one, first thing, get up, get out and move. That's it, move. You don't have to know where you're going. I didn't know I was coming here today until I turned left at the top of the street. Get up, get out and move. That's the first thing I did. Then I'm looking at each scenario now. Scenario one, my daughter. Okay, do something about it. Go back and see her. I know the problem lies with me and not with her. She has no problems with it in the slightest. She's having a fantastic time in her gaming world, and she sees me and it's, hi flippant, how you doing? Yeah, I'm going to go back to the game. It's brilliant. So it's fine. The problem lies with me, not her. So then I can do something about it for me. That's number one. Second one, the dog. You've just got to go back to the training books, haven't you? I'm just talking about me, by the way, here. You've got to go back to the training books. You've got to go back to start trying to, getting back to the puppy stages, get the clicker back out, get the treats out. And just address it rather than just pushing it away, address it. Third thing, work. I think work's just going to fall itself into place. But I think what will happen is, in life, right, you will not have every single duck in a row. So it comes across very, very few and far between of when I've just done a Kev. Hello, viewers. It's very few and far between that you'll have all the ducks in a row. You've got to accept that some things are not going to be right. And if you accept some things are not going to be right, it makes it a lot easier for the rest to accept the things that are right. And I think that's what it comes down to. Okay? I'm just looking, I've got a view here which puts a lot of things in perspective. There are disabled people going for a swim at the moment, and they look like they're about to have a fantastic time. I wanted just to say this to you. I've come out here to show you a different part of Tenerife. Playa San Juan, it is absolutely beautiful. If you come over, get a chance to come here. Always finish with the subscribers. You know what to do. If you've not subscribed and you want to do it, I'd really appreciate it. Please put in your comments what you think about this one, whether you think it's right or wrong. I just wanted to say where I am. Sometimes, I tell you, I'm going to leave this one. It's the swan that glides across the water, and you're looking at the swan going, what an easy life, but you don't realise how much those legs are kicking underneath to fight against the current. As always, when you know, you know. See you on the next one, guys. All the best.